My name's Miranda Holmes. I'm an occupational therapist and I work for Oxford Healthcare NHS Foundation Trust. I work with a child and adolescent community team working with mental health. I went to Tanzania in East Africa from June to October in 2010 and then again in 2011. We were working in conjunction with the Millennium Village project in Tabora, Tanzania, and also with the regional hospital called Kitete. So I stationed myself a little bit between the two, so spent some time in the psychiatric ward at Kitete Hospital and also with the Millennium Village project team. I had the most extraordinary experience talking with people about some of the difficulties they were experiencing and trying to gain some understanding of how, with very limited resources and workforce, you could make a difference, you could improve the education, the understanding and the tolerance of those sort of things. Getting some understanding of actually the problems that people face there, it was absolutely fascinating. Particularly things like mental health are very little recognised. So there were all sorts of myths and misconceptions. I was asked extraordinary questions like if you walked around somebody who was having a seizure 3 times, would it mean that you'd catch it? If you wiped the spittle from somebody's mouth who was having a seizure, would it mean that they would die? I set up a supervision network for the very few mental health professionals there to meet with one another regularly and to offer supervision out into the rural dispensaries and clinics, as well as getting the Millennium Village Project health coordinator to agree that they would set up some training in mental health for their dispensary and clinic staff. Conditions were appalling. People were very rarely brought into the hospital until they were very, very sick, and they would often arrive bound or chained. There is very limited medication available, so people were highly sedated. Those sort of things at times did get you down, but they were things to be overcome. I like going travelling, I like going on holiday, but what does it mean to actually go and live in a country and work with the local people? So I've learned a lot about myself that I can do that, because I had to invent really my own work, that I can make connections with the right people. I appreciate the NHS. My goodness, do we have an amazing service here. And I think that's something that all the fellows appreciate, actually, how well resourced we are, how well we are supported by one another, and you know, how fantastic the equipment we have, and a huge appreciation really for the whole organisation. So I hope I'm kinder to the NHS now than perhaps I've been in the past. It was a fantastic opportunity. It came to me at the right point in my life. My kids have sort of grown up, so you know, I was free to do it, and I understand when people have got all sorts of other commitments, it can be very difficult to just say, I'm going away for 3 months. But without a doubt, it was an absolute gift to be able to go and do that. I feel so privileged.